Hello everyone and welcome back to F-Zero
Choose your
GP
difficulty.
Legend. As you can see,
Standard. Select your cup.
we are going
Silver cup.
back
Choose your vehicle.
into Standard. We're gonna play the Silver Cup. Alright, we have...
3, 2,
We have the
1.
box rank.
Go!
You may notice this game's soundtrack consists of a lot of remixes, except for Lightning, which got an original track, an original music track. Why, I don't know, because aside from the new venues, no other venue gets a brand new track, or a brand new music track, I mean.
You got a new booster.
That was not necessarily an opportune moment to use the boost, but, well. Technically, with the expanded expert mode cups
3 laps to go.
that are different tracks and shit, this means it is the longest F-Zero game we've played so far with, let's see here, 7 cups. One of them is unlockable and doesn't change depending on the difficulty for some reason.
2 laps to go.
I literally have no idea why. But it just doesn't. We'll live with it, we'll make do. Oh, and I remembered I was talking about the e-reader cards last video. Yeah, there are 20 e-reader tracks. There is a
Final lap.
ROM hack for that now. If you want to go get the IPS patch for it, it is on romhacking.net. Or at least it should be. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. Those tracks can only be accessed
Congratulations.
through the training menu option, which we haven't checked out yet, but we
first
definitely
place.
will by the end of this LP. Check it out. Check it out. Alright. This Sand Ocean Caterpillar. I know I haven't shown
3,
F-Zero
2,
GX on this
1.
channel at all, but this track is actually very similar to one from GX. So similar that I'm actually kind of confused. I've heard that they are I've heard that they are supposed to be a lot different, but I honestly don't see the differences aside from this one has jump pads at the end of those little sudden
4 laps
shifts,
to go.
but in GX
You
it's
got a
just
new
like
booster.
you go off those sudden shifts where the track suddenly shifts to the left or right. You're gonna fall and die. And there's some wall-less sections which this one doesn't have, but I mean really, aside from that, aside from those things, what are the actual differences in this course anyway? F-Zero fans who may see this, please answer
3
this
laps to go.
question. Yes, once again, of course the AI is not a threat on. Don't worry, I promise this will be over soon. Or not the LP, but the sheer easiness of these first 2 cups. It will end soon. Don't you worry.
2 laps to go.
The Gold Cup, the tracks start to pick up in difficulty. And, that reminds me, I should open a notepad for that one. For it and its expert variant, because, I gotta keep track of certain statistics with it. I have to keep track of 2 separate occurrences that can happen. One for standard and one for expert, and I have to keep track of which one happens for each.
Gold! Congratulations!
Oh yeah, the gold cup in this game is a bit of a nightmare.
You
And
won
it
first
does
place.
make me ask several questions. But this is the silver cup, so let's stop talking about it. Mute City, the expansion park.
3,
I always confuse the
2,
first course of
ready,
Bronze Cup,
go!
which is called Tradition Park, by the way. I always call it Expansion Park for some reason, and then I remember, no, that's its own course. Which we happen to be playing right now, in fact. Wow, what a surprise. I would have never believed it either. Like, literally, this is so shocking to me. I can't believe that of all things,
4 laps to go.
you
You've
would
got
be
new
playing a
booster.
course called Mute City Expansion Park right now. I mean, name one time that Mute City Expansion Park has actually existed. That's right, you can't. It's because it's not real. What you're seeing right now? Fucking illusion. It's not real. Oh, of course it's real. Fucking being stupid as always.
3 laps to go.
That reminds me, I have to stop putting a certain final part of a certain LP off. And I have to just fucking go and do it. I'm not name dropping it because if it doesn't release, that's gonna be really awkward. Or if this releases first. It's gonna be really awkward. So I'm not gonna name drop it.
2 laps to go.
Just yet another mystery you will have to uncover if you care, which I know no one in the right mind should care. Anyway, yes. As you can see, I wasn't kidding when I said the AI wasn't that good at this game.
Final lap.
What's funny is I did actually put one of the there's a fucking Game Shark code of some kind. I don't know if it's Game Shark or Code Breaker or what have you, but there was a code that made the AI take over your vehicle slot, I believe when you press a button. And
Congratulations!
the reason I'm telling this story is because it really goes to show how bad this AI
You
is.
won first place.
There was a very simple course in story mode. If I do story mode, I'll name drop which course it is. If I don't, shame on me. But I'll name drop what course it is.
2, 1.
And the thing is, the AI, it goes to that course fine for a little bit, and then it hits something, and then it can't complete the course because it runs out of time. And it's something different each time, if I recall correctly. Like, it's not the same place every time, it's a different one every time, so theoretically it could complete it, but it just can't manage to do it. Yeah, the reason I'm separating the Grand Prix and story mode parts of this LP is just because, well, I don't want to have interspliced bits of story mode if I don't finish story mode. That's why I'm splitting them up. Yes, I do promise things will get more interesting. Oh, this course. This course. as you may have guessed, is Big Blue Slip Highway. This is the course I think of when I think of F-Zero GP Legend. I think of this course, but I think of how you're supposed to play this course. I don't think of a serious mistake the developers made when making it. Let's see. Can I do it? Yes, I just did. I skipped like half the course.
2 laps to go.
I'm not kidding. That little maneuver skipped like half the course, and yes, the AI has rubber banded closer to me. But that skips the majority of the course. When I think of this course, I don't think of that, but it's really funny that you can do it. Also, for something absolutely pointless, I believe that you may be able to do the reverse as well. And jump back to an earlier section of the track.
Final lap.
Why you would ever want to do this is absolutely beyond me, but... or jump back to an earlier section is beyond me. And hell, even why you'd want to skip a section unless you're doing a time trial. I mean, geez, the AI isn't that hard to beat. Yes, it did rubber band closer to me, but... like, for real. It's not that hard, as we can see. I don't care if that technically made for a second one or not. I had the instinctual need
First place.
to push both L and R at the same time, which is how you boost in this game. The Game Boy Advance game. Limited buttons. And they have the brake, which you might actually need at times. Anyway, it's Mistflow 2. Are you excited, kids?
2, 1. Boost fire.
Whoa! That's a thing. Yeah. A boost fire, at least in this entry of the series, it was introduced. First off, boost fires were introduced in this entry of the series. And what a boost fire is it's basically a rocket start from Mario Kart. That's it.
4 laps to go.
It'll make you launch forward with a large boost of speed, but for the timing is different for every machine, and don't overdo it or you'll get what's called a fire. No, you don't explode. No, your car doesn't catch on fire. It's literally just the flames coming out of the back of it turn orange. You burst forward for a little bit, and then you slow down a lot for a while, and then you go back to normal speed eventually. Why it is called a fire instead of a burnout, I have no idea. Because that mechanic did exist in... the fire part of the mechanic actually does exist in earlier F-Zero games. If you hold the engines too long before starting, you will burst forward and then slow down a lot.
2 laps to go.
And keep in mind, for the earlier F-Zero games, while it may not be a boost fire, don't wait until the race begins to engage your engine, because it's slightly slower to do so. You do want to start revving up your engine, you just don't want to burn it out. It's nothing crazy like the boost fire's boost, but it's... you do accelerate a little bit faster because of it, so make sure you do that. Alrighty, we're almost finished with, what was this one called? Mistflow Front and Back?
Congratulations! You've won first place!
Ooh, idea. Not an idea that you guys will care about, but I gotta write that shit down because that's actually a pretty good idea. For context, I am currently making an F-Zero... there is an F-Zero X ROM hack called F-Zero X Climax, which ports over tracks from F-Zero Climax into F-Zero X and kind of remixes them a little bit. I'm trying to do the same thing with F-Zero GP Legend, because no one's done it yet, and it's been like 7 years. And, basically, I had an idea for what to do for Mistflow front and back, so, yeah. I was raising my eyebrows up and then lowering them down. You know the maneuver. But,
Select your mode.
you can see it. Anyway, I'll see you for the Gold Cup.